I walk in with my mismatched jacket, shoelace trailing, yeah, I won't fix it. People stare like I'm some strange exhibit, but you just laugh and say, don't change it. You tap my shoulder, say you're kinda rad, even when the world thinks I'm just a fad. And suddenly the noise don't feel so bad. Guess you're the best thing I've ever had. 'Cause with you I'm not a punchline, I'm a headline in my own mind. You make my weird feel just right, shining like a neon street light. And when the world tries bringing me down, you spin me round, you turn it around. Yeah, with you I finally see being myself is a victory. I talk too fast and trip on every sentence. You grin like it's my superpowered essence. We share inside jokes nobody else gets, a tiny universe with no regrets. When they roll their eyes as we walk past, we laugh loud and make the moment last. The world can judge but we're moving fast, two oddballs living loud and unapologetic at last. 'Cause with you I'm not a punchline, I'm a headline in my own mind. You make my weird feel just right, shining like a neon street light. And when the world tries bringing me down, you spin me round, you turn it around. Yeah, with you I finally see being myself is a victory. Let them point, let them whisper, we'll just laugh a little bigger. Every flaw feels like glitter when you're standing here with me. I'm a spotlight in the nighttime. You make my weird feel sublime, like the world just hit rewind. And when the noise starts crashing in, you pull me close, I breathe again. Yeah, with you I finally see being myself was always meant to be.
Rain taps softly on the window of this waiting room. A newborn cries above us, cutting through the gloom. Somewhere on another floor, heartbeat slows to rest. Two moments in the same night, rising, falling from one breath. And I can feel the world turn quietly in between, a fragile thread of living, holding everything unseen. Oh, the light comes crashing in as another fades away within. In the silence of the turning tide, a spark is past, the soul divides. No victory, no bitter end, just the life we borrow then. Transcend. Footsteps echo through the hall as faces gather close. A final hand is held, a final kindness offered slow. Above them in a brighter room, a future starts to bloom. The first breath rising louder than the shadows in the gloom. And somewhere in the crossing of the first and final sigh, we recognize how fragile every borrowed moment flies. Oh, the light comes crashing in as another fade crashing in. Even as the night grows thin, between the heartbeat and the fall, a deeper rhythm moves us all. We come with fire, we leave with grace, and every soul still leaves a trace. In the quiet where the world began, the light keeps crashing in. I've been walking on your edges, cutting open every truth I tried to hide. You said love was just a lesson, but I kept bleeding just to prove I was alive. Every moment felt like static, all your whispers turning sharper in the night, and I kept trying to understand it, why wanting you always meant I had to fight. But I'm tired of breaking just to make you feel alright, tired of bending backwards just to keep us both upright. If loving you is losing me, then tell me what's the point? I'm done shrinking down just to fit inside your noise. I'm done feeling small when I could feel anything at all. You kept painting me in shadows, telling me I'm not the man I used to be, and I believed it for a moment, losing pieces of myself you couldn't see. Every word became a weapon, every silence felt like standing in the rain. I kept hoping I could fix us, but loving you was just another way to ache. 'Cause I'm tired of breaking just to make you feel alright, tired of carrying the weight you swore was never mine. If loving you is losing me, then tell me what's the point? I'm done shrinking down just to fit inside your noise. I'm done feeling small when I can feel anything at all. I'm not walking out for vengeance, I'm not walking out to win. I just need to hear my heartbeat without your echo drowning in. If distance is the only way to find the rest of who I am, then let the past fall where it may. I'm learning how to stand. Now I'm done with breaking just to make you feel alright, done with losing pieces just to hold a losing fight. If loving you meant losing me, I'm finally seeing why. I'm stepping out of shadows you kept pulling from the light. I'm done feeling small, I'm finally choosing me. After all,
cast me to the shadows. If you felt the way I sink, if you walked inside my memories, would your walls begin to shrink? I'm not reaching for your answers, I'm just learning how to breathe. And the past won't drag me under while I'm fighting to be
I walk the streets that used to know my name. Neon echoes, but they don't feel the same. Faces pass me like a river running cold. I keep moving, though I'm feeling old. The shadows stretch across the memory in my mind. Every corner holds a piece I left behind. I drift through alleys where my laughter used to rise. Now it's quiet, and I don't know why. But under the bridge, in my breaking heart, I face the pieces torn apart. I'm standing still in a world that moves too fast, trying to breathe through the weight of my past. If I'm alone, at least I'm standing. If I'm lost, I'm still demanding a little strength to find who I used to be. Somewhere under this bridge in me, I see reflections in the windows passing by. Some look honest, some just learn to lie. I'm walking circles through the city of my youth, searching for something that sounds like truth. The streetlight halos bend around my shaking hands. Every heartbeat feels like sinking in the sand. Still I wonder where the quiet feels sincere, where no one speaks, but everything is clear. 'Cause under the bridge, my breaking heart, I face the pieces torn apart. I'm standing still in a world that moves too fast, trying to breathe through the weight of my past. If I'm alone, at least I'm standing. If I'm lost, I'm still demanding a little strength to find who I used to be. Somewhere under this bridge in me, maybe I'm scarred, but I'm still breathing. Maybe I'm cracked, but I'm not leaving. And if the night keeps falling down on me, I'll rise again beneath the concrete sea. So under the bridge where I come undone, I face the dark and wait for sun. I'm learning slow how to carry both the pain and all the hope that still remains if I'm alone, I'm still surviving. If I'm lost, I'm still arriving to the place where I can finally see there's still a way back home to me. Woke up to another morning with the same old weight on my chest, feet dragging through the silence like I'm chasing shadows I can't catch. But somewhere in the stillness, a spark begins to breathe, a whisper through the quiet, saying there's more than what you see. Let the light break through my window, let it call me by my name. Lift me from the days of doubting, show me I can rise again. If the world keeps turning slowly, I'll still learn to walk in time. Let the heavens lean in closer and teach my heart to shine. I've wandered through the fault lines of the life I thought I knew. Try to stitch the broken moments with the faith I once outgrew. But even in the ruins, a rhythm starts to climb, a pulse beneath the ashes, saying the mountain's still worth the climb. Let the light break through my window, let it call me by my name. Lift me from the days of doubting, show me I can rise again. If the world keeps turning slowly, I'll still learn to walk in time. Let the heavens lean in closer and teach my heart to shine. Teach my heart to shine. And every step I take feels like a prayer return. Every fear I face becomes a lesson learned. If I open up my hands, let the old ways fall behind. Maybe all this quiet aching is the reason I'll shine. Let the light break through my window, let it find the soul I've kept. Lift me from the weary seasons, show me life is not done yet. If the world keeps turning slowly, I'll still rise in my own time. Let the heavens lift me higher till I finally learn to shine. Woke up with the sun burning holes in my mind. Same old street, same old ghost I can't leave behind. Laughing with the boys just to keep from falling apart. but every joke hits the bruise sitting deep in my heart. Yeah, I play it cool, got a grin like nothing's wrong, but I still hear you in the static of every song. And I don't need no showdown, no revenge to feel alive, 'cause burning down the past won't bring back what died. You walked away with someone, left me broken but unbound. Now I'm learning how to breathe without your echo hanging around. No more running, no more bleeding through the truth. I'm finally letting go of you. Hit the boardwalk, kick back with a cheap cold beer. Try to shake the way your memory whispers in my ear. Thought about confronting him, taking back what's mine, but that kind of fight only steals more of my time. Yeah, I still get twisted, but the anger's getting light. Guess freedom tastes better than another useless fight. And I don't need no showdown, no revenge to feel alive, 'cause burning down the past won't bring back what died. You walked away with someone, left me broken but unbound. Now I'm learning how to breathe without your echo hanging around. No more running, no more bleeding through the truth. I'm finally letting go of you. One day I'll laugh for real, not the hollow kind, when the world stops dragging your shadow through my mind. I ain't your victim, ain't your puppet on a string. I'm done giving ghosts the keys to everything. No, I don't need no showdown, I'm not dying for a crown. Let the past stay buried where I finally laid it down. You walked away with someone, thought you stole my truth, but I found something bigger, a life outside of you. Now I'm smiling, and it's real, not just pushing through, 'cause I'm finally truly letting go of you.
I wake up tangled in the noise inside my head, like every thought is trying to drag me out of bed. I crack a joke so no one sees I'm burning out. Smile like a saint, but I'm a riot full of doubt. I tell my friends I'm fine, yeah man I'm doing great, but my brain's a TV static I can't regulate. I try to breathe but every inhale's a mistake. Feels like I'm balancing on lines that always break. 'Cause I'm a runaway train with no delay, spinning out on the tracks in the dumbest way. Trying to calm down but the panic hits the gas, laughing at myself as the moments crash. If crazy is a ride, guess I'm front row straps. Yeah, I'm falling apart but I bounce right back. The world's too loud or maybe I'm just way too small. Every little thing becomes a landslide waterfall. I talk it out but somehow end up talking more, chasing my tail like I've been here before. My heartbeat's drumming like it's staging a revolt. I swear my mind's conducting storms that didn't vote, but on the days I'm not collapsing in my skin, I feel the sun and think, hey maybe I can win. 'Cause I'm a runaway train with no delay, spinning out on the tracks in the dumbest way. Trying to calm down but the panic hits the gas, laughing at myself as the moments crash. If crazy is a ride, guess I'm front row strapped. Yeah, I'm way, still spinning out on the tracks in my own weird way. But I'm learning how to ride when the panic hits the gas, learning how to breathe when the moments crash. If Messi is alive, guess I'm built for that. Yeah, I'm falling apart, but I crawl right back. And maybe this time I'll stay on track.
The night remembers what I forget. Your shadow lingers, my heart regrets. The vinyl spins our favorite tune, but silence fills the empty room. I light a match to fading dreams and watch them burn in silver beams. Echoes of yesterday, they keep calling my name through the wind, through the rain. It all sounds the same. I'm reaching for something that's slipping away, lost in the echoes of yesterday. The streetlight hums that old refrain, a ghostly song beneath my pain. Your laughter fades but won't let go. It haunts the chords my fingers know. The whiskey's warm but not enough to drown a love that still feels tough. Echoes of yesterday, they keep calling my name through the wind, through the rain. It all sounds the same. I'm reaching for something that's slipping away, lost in the echoes of yesterday. But every dawn just feels the same. Another verse without your name. Echoes of yesterday, they won't fade away. Every memory's a song I still play. And though the record spins in gray, I'm still lost in the echo. The echoes of yesterday. Woke up late to a world already laughing. tripped on my own thoughts. Guess that's my morning habit. Everyone speaking rules in a foreign dialect, while I'm still buffering, trying not to disconnect. Tried on a normal life, it didn't fit my frame. Like a thrift store jacket with somebody else's name. Yeah, I'm the punchline walking down the street, a mixtape of mistakes on a looping beat. If being out of place is the only thing I do, then maybe being wrong is the closest thing to truth. I'm not a hero, not the one you choose, just a guy staying upright with absolutely nothing to lose. I practiced sounding right, but it came out crooked. Followed their directions, but the signs were all backwards. Smile on my face like a bargain bin disguise, laughing at myself just to keep the tears dry. People point fingers, but I'm too tired to care. I just shrug it off like lint I forgot to wear. The punchline walking down the street, a mixtape of mistakes on a looping beat. If being out of place is the only thing I do, then maybe being wrong is the closest thing to truth. I'm not a hero, not the one you choose, just a guy staying upright with absolutely nothing to lose. Maybe I'm a glitch in the simulation, a background bug in their perfect narration. But if the world won't let me play it straight, I'll freestyle life at my natural, useless pace. Still the punchline walking down the street, but now the rhythm's mine, not theirs to keep. If being out of place is the only thing I do, then maybe being different is the closest thing to proof. I'm not a hero, not the one they meant, just living in the chaos like it's my own accident. Keeps falling where your shadow used to lie. Every drop of memory I can't deny. The photographs are fading, the colors turn to gray, but I still see your smile in the light of yesterday. Oh, echoes of goodbye still haunt these halls of mine. Your voice, a ghost I can't leave behind. Love was fire, now it's smoke in the sky, and I'm learning to breathe through the echoes of goodbye. The clock keeps ticking, but time has lost its name. Every song reminds me and nothing sounds the same. I walk through empty streets where your laughter used to stay. The silence screams louder than words could ever say. The city owns, the daylight fades, another dream slips through the haze. A light of smoke, the echo start, your voice still hiding in my heart. You never said the words out loud, but silence spoke beneath the crowd. And every time I lose my way, you pull the dark from yesterday. 'Cause the quiet and the noise, the reason in my fall, you're not the fire, you're the wall that holds me through it all. When everything feels gone, you're where I still belong. I've seen the lights, I've chased the thrill, but none of it could make me still. You stand there calm, the storm around, and somehow I am safe and sound. The world keeps turning, harsh and loud, but you don't need to stand out proud. You just exist, and that's enough to make this broken life feel tough. 'Cause you're the quiet and the noise, the reason in my fall. You're not the fire, you're the wall that holds me through it all. When everything feels gone, you're where I still belong. And if I fall again someday, would you still find me in the rain? Not as a hero, just the same. A shadow whispering my name. 'Cause you're quiet in the noise, the reason when I'm wrong. You're not the flame that burns too strong, you're the place my heart leans on. When everything feels gone, you're where I still belong. You're where I still belong. You're where I still belong. I've been carrying quiet thunder in my chest, letters never written, words I second guess. You were always somewhere just beyond my reach, a silhouette of meaning I could never fully read. Every time I move, the ground shifts underneath. Your eyes linger longer than you ever say. But maybe I'm inventing signals that fade away. I keep waiting for a sign to steady me, a fragile confirmation, a flicker I can believe. But the harder I look, the more I come undone, a passenger stranded in a journey never begun. Am I losing myself in the spaces between us, in the half-lit rooms where my doubts keep growing? I'm holding a truth that I can't bear to mention. If I said it out loud, would it sound like nothing? Tell me, am I the only one who feels this burning? Or am I just learning how to fall alone? Maybe not every feeling is meant for daylight. Maybe some confessions only make the world smaller. I've rehearsed my courage in 1,000 quiet midnights, but every version breaks before it reaches the border. Am I losing myself in the spaces between us, or finally seeing what was never forming? I'm letting go of the truth I kept like a secret. It was mine alone, but I'm done ignoring it. If I'm meant to burn, let it be for healing. I'm learning the freedom of falling alone. We were hiding in the corner of a quiet neon bar, watching some kid on the stage try to outrun who they are. Jones kept tracing dream lines on the rim of his glass, saying one day they'll hear our names and forget who we were in the past. I laughed like someone scared to believe, but he made the world feel bigger than the lives we had to live. And he said we could be someone, someone the night remembers when the lights come on. Maybe not legends, maybe not stars, but a voice that echoes softly in somebody's heart. And for a moment I almost believed him. For a moment we were more than just dreaming. Smoke curled like a quiet promise hanging over the room, while Jones sketched futures on napkins, humming half-written tunes. He said fame's just a shadow of the thing we really want, to matter to someone, to feel like we're more than ghosts in a crowd. Outside the world kept rushing fast, but inside that bar, time finally learned how to stop and pass. And he said we could be someone, someone the night remembers when the lights come on. Maybe not legends, maybe not stars, but a voice that echoes softly in somebody's heart. And in his eyes, the future was gleaming. In his voice, the small room felt like it was breathing. to rewrite. And he said we'll be someone, not who they expect, but who we become. Maybe we'll make it, maybe we won't, but the belief was worth more than the things that we own. And when the night finally dimmed to a whisper, I knew I'd remember that dream forever. Yeah, you call me up at midnight, like you're doing me a favor. Crash into my doorway, leave your problems on the table. I swear I'm done with all your chaos, all your cheap routines. But then you smile that broken smile, and I fall right back in. You say you're not good with feelings, yeah, no kidding, guess I knew. Still I wait around like some idiot, hoping you'll come through. Every time I try to leave, you pull my shadow by the sleeve. Guess the joke is on me, babe, I'm the only one who bleeds. So hit me like a car wreck, call it love if that helps you sleep. I keep crawling back for damage, only you know how to keep. Yeah, I open every door, you slam right into my face. Maybe heartbreak feels familiar, maybe pain is just my taste. You disappear for weeks and say you needed space to think. Funny how your clarity begins right when your ego sinks. I try to stitch my heart together just to tear it out again. It's like comfort in the hurting, like we're enemies and friends. I'm rehearsing every goodbye, but I always miss my cue. Stuck inside your orbit like a planet you misuse. Maybe I'm addicted to the chaos you create. It's pathetic, yeah, I know, but hell, I'm learning slow to slay. So hit me like a car wreck, call it love if that helps you sleep. I keep crawling back for damage, only you know how to keep. Yeah, I open every door, you slam right into my face. Maybe heartbreak feels familiar, maybe pain is just my taste. Last night in the mirror I stared at someone I forgot. A kid who wanted love, not this emotional gunshot. And maybe I'm the villain of the script I always blame, 'cause letting you destroy me doesn't make you take the blame. So hit me like a car wreck, but I'm walking off the street. I'm done dressing all these bruises like they're souvenirs to keep. Yeah, I'm closing every door you used to push right through my chest. If love is supposed to kill me, then I'd rather save what's left. So hit me like a car wreck, call it love if that helps you sleep. I keep crawling back for damage, only you know how to keep. Yeah, I open every door, you slam right into my face. Maybe heartbreak feels familiar, maybe pain is just my taste. Just my
I've been myself into a shape they could temporary cure, but every hollow thrill just left me feeling hazardous. A stranger wearing skin I couldn't call my own for sure. So I ripped the costume off and threw it to the floor. I won't be the puppet of their hunger anymore, 'cause I'm done playing a masterpiece that isn't mine. I'm tearing down the pedestal I used to climb. If you want perfection, look somewhere else tonight, 'cause I've burned the pretty lies I used to hide behind. I'm not your flawless girl. I'm finally alive. I'm finally alive. Let the world get bitter. Let the whispers grow sharp. I won't surrender to a role that tears me apart. If honesty hurts, then let it scar me clean. I'd rather bleed truth than worship a fake dream. Now I'm done chasing a version that never fit right. I'm walking off the stage and stepping into my own light. If you need a flawless girl, she's buried in my past. I'm choosing something real, something built to last. I'm not your perfect lie. I'm finally mine. I paint the perfect lie with the spotlight on my skin. They clap for every fracture like it's virtue wearing thin. My smile is just a weapon dressed in glitter and decay. A mannequin with heartbeat screaming, get out of my way. Oh, you love the girl you made, your paper saint, your masquerade. But take a closer look, sweetheart, this halo's just a hand grenade. I'm done with playing flawless skin. You want a queen? I'll burn your throne again. You polish up my edges just to sell me as a prize, but I'm not your little daydream or your sugar-coated lie. I've swallowed all your poison just to spit it back in flames. Go write another myth about me. I'm rewriting all my names. Oh, you love the girl you made, your paper saint, your masquerade. But take a closer look, sweetheart, this halo's just a hand grenade. I'm done with playing flawless skin. You want a queen? I'll burn your throne again. Here's to every camera flashing like a firing squad, to every crooked praise you carved into a gilded fraud. I'm tearing down the script you worship like divine. If I'm your masterpiece, then watch me redefine. Oh, you love the girl you framed, your hollow crown, your borrowed fame. But now the mirror tells the truth, I'm not your puppet dressed in shame. No more pretending flawless skin. I'll break your crown and wear my scars as
was when it started. Just a quiet warmth I couldn't name. You were standing in the doorway, and the world didn't feel the same. Every moment felt like breathing for the very first time again. But the miles grew slowly wider between strangers who once felt like friends. And I'm holding on to pieces of the days that slipped away, wishing time would learn to listen. Slow, it's hard me to learn to stay. If the world keeps turning faster, will you still be next to me? 'Cause you feel just like a home where I can finally let myself be. We were dancing in the silence, laughing at the things we fear. Every touch felt like a promise that the quiet made clear. But the nights grew colder lately,